Hey guys, welcome back to the Free Auto Mechanic channel. Today we're going to be replacing spark plugs on our 2000 Jeep Wrangler. Special thanks or shout out for suggesting that we do this video. I haven't put spark plugs in this Jeep since I bought it. It's a good idea, so let's go ahead and take care of that today. I purchased some V-Power spark plugs. You can use whatever plugs you want. If you want to get a set of these, link in the description. We're going to need a 5/8 socket. If you've got a specific 5/8 spark plug socket, now's the time to dig it out. Difference is there's a little rubber insert that helps protect the porcelain when you're putting the spark plugs in. You're also going to need a 1/2 inch socket to take off the coil pack assembly. So let's get after it. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove this air box and air tube just so it's easier for you to see from the camera standpoint. You don't have to remove it, but you can. It doesn't take very long. Didn't even have to use a screwdriver. That gives us a little bit more access to our bolts. And looks like we've got four 1/2 inch bolts that need to be removed, and that'll allow us to pull this coil pack assembly off of here. And these two front bolts are real easy to see. The two back bolts are kind of hidden underneath all these cables and hoses, but you can get to them. And if you need to, you can move your hoses out of the way, give you a little bit more room. Now I've got all the bolts out of it. I'm going to kind of grab hold of it and wiggle it. And I've not ever had this loose on this Jeep. I've owned the Jeep for almost 4 years now, so I'm not certain how easy it'll come loose, but it looks pretty easy. Just a little lift. Wow, you slide right off. And it's plugged in. There's a connection in the back. You don't have to unplug it because you're not removing it. If you were removing it, you could go ahead and unplug that. But for now, we just leave it set right there. It's not in our way. We've got access to all 6 of our spark plugs. Next, you'll need your 5/8 deep well socket. Like I said before, if you've got a spark plug socket that's got the little rubber boot inside there, that'd be great. Now, you'll notice I've chosen this really long extension. I have it, so I'm using it. I can just stand straight up. I don't have to bend over. It makes it a little bit easier. But if all you've got is a shorter extension, that'll work fine. Now, since this is the first time I've taken these spark plugs out, I'm going to keep them in order and try and get a good look at them. These are showing some wear so far, just on the electrode part. But right on this edge, squared off part's rounded off right on the inside of it. Pretty good. And the back one, might have to use a shorter extension. All of them look like they got a good fuel burn, but just like this one here, you can see that edge is just rounded right off. But that electrode shot, or excessively worn. Yeah, let's take a look at these new V-Power plugs. And these are supposed to come pre-gapped. And looking at them, quite the difference. And I think the V-Powers have like a little notch right on the electrode. Supposed to give it that little extra power. I don't know. So we got the old ones out. Only thing left to do is to get all our spark plugs ready, get them installed. Now I don't know if you noticed these old plugs that I took out of there, how rusty they are. There's just all kinds of rust around them. And I noticed looking down on these holes that there's quite a bit of rust laying right on the edge of right where the spark plugs go in. Now if I take compressed air and blow around it, it's just going to blow all that right into the engine. We don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do, no, I'm not going to use a vacuum. Good idea though. I'm just going to turn the key over a couple times and the compression is just going to blow all that stuff out. Sound cool? Let's try it. And just like that, clean. Pretty cool. I guess I should have done a close-up while I was doing it, but do that for yourself. That'll take care of all that debris. Let's go ahead and get these new spark plugs put in. The reason I suggested earlier to keep these in order when you took them out was in case you ran into what I call a problem cylinder. If one of these plugs happened to be wet or oil fouled, you'd want to know which exact cylinder it was to address. These all look fantastic. You couldn't ask for better fuel burn. Spark plugs were due to be replaced. Good suggestion. You want to make sure that you get each one of these started with your fingers. You don't want to cross thread your spark plugs ever. Now, you can put them in like this and get them started, but you don't want to put a wrench on it until you know you got it going. Now, I like to run them in with my fingers, and then you just go back over them with the ratchet. Now we've got all our spark plugs installed, we can go ahead and put our spark plug coil pack assembly back in place. You want to pay special attention to make sure that all your spark plug boots go back on top of the spark plugs. You could almost say it goes without saying, but thought I'd say it anyway. It goes right back into place. Going to install your 4 bolts. I like to make sure I get each one of them started before I tighten down the first one. And myself, I just like to run them in snug. I'll look up the torque, see if I can look up a torque spec for you if you want to know that. But the way these inserts are made, there's a piece of metal inside there, so it can only get so tight. Now I need to put our hoses back where they were. And we'll need to put our air box back on. Now we should be all set. So let's hit the key and make sure she fires right up. Looks like we're solid. It is what it is till we fix it. Thanks for watching.